dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew? It's your boy DJ New Kid, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
Back on the channel, man. We got Mr. Ballen. You stay fly, no lie, and you know this.
Ballen.
You did it so wrong. You from Ballen.
Oh God.
But did I say what we got already? We got top 5 scariest home invasion stories for y'all today. You want some pen and paper, or you good?
I am fine. I don't think you need no pen and paper.
I just do it so I can keep
not for
certain
this.
names and stuff and all. You never know.
Okay.
I doodle down.
Yeah, give me a piece. Give me a pen over there.
What do you want though?
Not with the black.
With that being said, man, this is a requested one as always, man. Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. You want the first part, you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
like it with a thumbs up.
That's all we ask for, man. It says 16 minutes, but hey, you never know. We might deliberate after each story because it's supposed to be 5. So let's go. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
When I was in high school, my house was broken into. Luckily, me and my family were out of the house, and the way they got in is we just left the door unlocked. It was just stupid on our part. Someone walked right in, stole some money, some jewelry, and my PlayStation. Now, we were okay, and ultimately, financially, we recovered. But what did not go away was that uneasy feeling of being in a place where the safety, the sanctity of that place had been violated. And for me, I could never get that back. I still, at night, quadruple check every lock in my house. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should live your life in a permanent state of fear that someone might break into your home. But you should never become totally complacent, because somewhere in the world, someone is having their house broken into. It's an unfortunate reality of living on this planet. Now, home invasions range dramatically from something like mine, where no one's home, to way more severe. And so what I've done for today's video is I have found the most terrifying home invasions that I've come across on the internet and ranked them in the top 5. But before we get into the top 5, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you come to the right channel, because that's all I do, and I upload 3, 4, even 5 times every week. So if you're interested in that, I would encourage you to gently give the like button a hug, because honestly, the like button's been through a lot on my channel. It needs a break. Also, please subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. All right, let's get into today's stories.
Before we get into it, should I say yours or your mom? Your family home has ever got broken into? Or successfully broken into? Not attempt. Well, that's still a violation.
It's still a violation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
well, I know about one you had told me about, but
I wasn't the only one.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
Same person?
No.
Okay. No. As far as home, I can't remember a home break-in, but my car has gotten broken into. And I will say, like Ballen said, it's the feel of being violated, and just your space has been,
excuse me,
like intruded on without your, you know what I'm saying? And like he said, like in that situation, I forgot to lock the door because I pulled up to the grocery store expecting to just run in and run out. But the time I was like, all right, I was in there. I was like, all right, let me just grab some stuff. Yeah. And I actually went grocery shopping, come back out, door wide open, gas tank open. I'm like, what the hell? Car smell like smoke. Anybody know me? Know I have never smoked a day in my life. Yeah. So if I'm in a car smelling smoke, bro, you literally sat in my shit. Yeah. And I was just, and I looked at shit,
going through it.
And I was, and you know what's so crazy? Normally, on that day, I was in college. So normally I'll go to the grocery store after I get out of class. And so normally I leave my backpack, have my MacBook in there. This Mac we were recording off of, or my Beats headphones. So I used to have like 2 pair. And sometimes other tech stuff, because I was into the music business. So we had like a lot of tech stuff we carried around and stuff. but I had forgot I had even stopped by the house and dropped my stuff off at the house. So that day, luckily, I went to the house and then went to the grocery store.
Yeah.
Because anybody home being broken into, car, it's just this feeling of somebody fuck with your shit.
Yeah.
Y'all spam myself with y'all stories in the comments, man. If you have any.
Notifications so you don't miss any of my weekly uploads. All right, let's get into today's stories.
Snapchat.
In 2014, a 16-year-old girl living in the UK was home one night with her mom, and she was in her bedroom and she was flipping through her phone when she gets a text message. The message was coming from a boy she had recently met via Snapchat. He told her to go to her window and look outside because he was right near her apartment. Now, this girl did not know this boy particularly well, so it was very creepy to be told, "I'm on your property." But either way, she went to the window to look. There's no one out there. And it's late, so she can't really tell if maybe he's hiding or something. But she feels really creeped out by this, and she ends up leaving her bedroom and going into her mother's room and tells her mom, "Hey, I'm going to sleep in here with you tonight." She doesn't tell her mom about the text message. Maybe she was embarrassed. We don't know. So the girl is laying in bed, her mom's asleep, and as she's about to put her phone down and actually go to sleep, she gets another text from this boy.
"I'm in your house."
She immediately wakes her mom up. She shows her mom. Her mom's like, "Oh no." She jumps out of bed. Every light goes on. Runs downstairs to confront this person who's apparently in their apartment, but he's not there. The mother ultimately decides, after not finding anything, that, he's not here. We didn't hear anybody come in the house. The doors are locked, everything's locked. So they did another sweep through the apartment and checked every entrance, locked everything. Let's just go to bed. So they go back into the mother's bedroom, shut and lock the door, and the two of them go to sleep. The next morning, the mother is still sleeping. The girl wakes up a little bit early and she decides to go into her bedroom. As soon as she walked in, she would later tell reporters that immediately she felt like she was being watched. And so she starts doing a cursory check of her small bedroom. She, pulls the door aside, looks behind the door. She opens her closet, pulls her clothes aside, looking around, there's no one in there. And she's thinking to herself, that boy got to my head and I'm psyching myself out. She looks down at her bed, and she used to keep all of her shoes lined up next to her bed. And she was really OCD about how she organized her shoes. And she noticed that one set of shoes was out of place. It was a subtle thing that really only she would be able to recognize. And so she gets down on her knees to rearrange the shoes, and that's when she sees something out of the corner of her eye. Her bed was slightly elevated, and so she had a little bit of a line of sight under the bed as soon as she was kneeling. And under the bed is a face. And it's the face of the boy who had said, "I'm outside your house," and he's the same one who said, "I'm in your house." And he's smiling up at her, and he's clutching his phone, looking at her. She runs out of the room. She runs to her mom's room and says, "He's in there, he's in there." The mother comes barreling in, protective mama coming in. The boy's out from under the bed. The boy, in a panic, runs to the window, pulls it open, and jumps out of the window. The boy would turn out to be Kyle Ravenscroft, and he had very quickly become obsessed with this girl. And he just wanted to be close to her. And so when she got that text message that was, "Hey, come look out your window," he was hiding. And when she went into her mom's room, he could actually see her go into the mom's room, and he climbed up the side of the apartment into the window that was open, shut it, and climbed under the bed, so that when the mother and the daughter were searching the house, he was already in the house. So they locked him into the house. He was ultimately given a very small sentence. I think it was a couple weeks in jail, a fine, and some community service. But no matter what the sentence was, I'm sure that girl will have to deal with the trauma of that event for the rest of her life.
Facts.
Only a little amount of time though.
I don't know if it was.
I guess he
because
didn't
was
do, but you could have hit him with a break-in and home invasion. As you could have charged him with some stalking.
Yeah.
Is it stalking the charge though? Because you could have got a breaking and entering, and I want to say stalking is a.
Yeah.
Well, it's UK law, so I'm not familiar with how the laws work in UK. But I feel as though he deserves a little bit more, and to go through a psychic valve. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you are already stalking at a young age, we need to make sure we already can diagnose you or see what's possibly going on with you before,
Yeah.
Because that could have led up to something totally way worse, because you slept in the house, they slept, and you could have attacked it. Yeah, you could have attacked them while they were asleep. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, thank goodness he didn't. But still, it's just like, what?
And then why you didn't shut your door? I mean, your window or lock it.
Where your parents at? Like,
Well, her
why
mama
you
there.
not? No, not her. I'm talking about him. The fact that he's not at home.
And then I was thinking, what if he texts you to verify which room was yours?
Yeah.
When he said, look out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now he had to make sure that it was your room. So he was like, all right, this.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know how long he been watching the house.
Facts.
In 2014, a couple came back to their house in Seattle, Washington, and found it absolutely destroyed, but in totally baffling ways. All of their shoes that had the soles inside of the shoe ripped out. Someone had taken a big can of paint, taken the lid off, and flipped it upside down on the top of the toilet. Their mail had been ripped to pieces, and it was laying all over the ground. Their clothes had been ripped out of all the drawers. There was this piece of wood that they didn't know where it came from that had a single screw screwed into it, that had been wedged between a door and the door frame, but it wasn't blocking it from opening. It was just like someone wedged it in the middle of the door for some reason. There was hand lotion all over the door handles of some of the doors in their house. There was also a purse sitting on their bed that had the ID card of a 27-year-old woman who they didn't recognize. The couple does a quick look around, but is worried someone might still be there, so they leave and they call the police. The police show up, and they're just as confused as the couple because nothing was stolen. There was no sign of forced entry. It was just like someone came in there and wrecked the house and then left. It was very confusing. And so ultimately the police just went back to their precinct to write up the report and told the couple, hey, lock your doors and, be on the lookout for someone trying to rob you again. After the police left, the couple began cleaning up the mess inside of their house. And after a couple hours of doing that, they decided, you know what, we'll finish this up tomorrow. They're laying in bed and they start hearing this sound that sounds like an animal dying coming from underneath their bed.
Oh, gosh.
Now, they didn't think this could be a person because there was almost no space underneath their bed. It was, barely any clearance under their bed. So they're thinking an animal must have gotten in here. We had the doors wide open as we were cleaning stuff out. Maybe an animal got in here. They're like, no, we're not going to deal with this. They jump up and run out of the bedroom and call the police again. Police show up. They go into the bedroom and there is a person underneath their bed. 90-pound, 27-year-old crazy woman who was high on meth, carrying a knife and a hypodermic needle. And she was under there burrowing a hole underneath the bed. She was the same woman that was on that ID card in the purse that they had found earlier. Her story was she climbed up the tree that was outside the window and jumped into the second floor window while the couple was gone. She ransacked the house for reasons we don't understand and then went under the bed. And there was so little clearance under the bed that the couple did not think to look under there for people. So that whole time they were cleaning up, she was still in the house. Luckily, she didn't get all the way through. Who knows what she would have done if she'd actually punctured all the way through.
Right?
Facts, bro. You know how secret that is, bro?
Like, what?
And she had a needle?
Yes.
She probably was trying to dig and poke y'all with the,
Who knows? People are crazy.
people, especially high-ass people. You know what I'm saying?
Climbing trees, climbing through windows.
Bro, you know.
That's,
she on more than meth. Hey, you know what they say? Them motherfucking dope fiends. They can do a lot of things. They can take a motor and transmission out of a car and keep it moving. But for real though, them dope fiends, bro, be the best car mechanics out there. Be like, hey, I need a new transmission when you need it. I got you. Or just let me go to the junk car. I got you. How much on it? Oh, you got 50? I can do 50. Bruh, you be like, hell yeah, I got a 50
That's
bone.
crazy.
All right. Oh, I'll be right back. All I need is a couple tools. I tell you, man, them dope fiends, bro. So it don't amaze me she climbed up a damn tree. It probably took her no time. She probably said, oh, yeah, I got this shit.
Was the window open or unlocked?
It had to be cracked or something for her to even realize she can go through the second. So it had to be cracked to open a little bit.
My nerves.
And
I would be terrified.
And what the hell is she looking in there for?
Huh?
I said, what the hell is she looking for?
Nothing.
She got paint upside
maybe
down.
Maybe she just seen an opportunity and she high. She just going through stuff like people do some random crazy
or
stuff.
The reason why nothing appeared to be stolen because she hadn't been there that long yet. to really take something that's.
I don't even think she probably was gonna take something.
She probably, man, ain't no crackhead.
Or maybe she was looking for more drugs or something. Who knows?
Man, them dope fiends, they want some. They ain't going this shit for nothing, bro. 90 pounds, bro. She heavily.
You crazy.
She heavily doped up. 90? 27? Yeah.
In 2017, a young college girl who was living alone in an apartment started to notice that something didn't feel right. In the morning, she'd get up and she'd open her fridge, and some of the food that she would leave in there, it appeared like there was less of it. A couple times she would wake up and she'd walk out into her living room, and one of the pillows would be in a different position or had even fallen off the couch. There was just little things happening in her apartment that collectively was actually pretty unsettling and was starting to scare her. And she started having these nightmares at night that someone was breaking into her apartment. One night, she wakes up from one of those nightmares and she's drenched in sweat. She decides she's going to take a shower before she goes back to sleep. She goes to her bathroom and she brings her phone. She would play music while she was taking a shower. She would put her phone right up against the window that was next to the shower curtain, so at any time she could reach over, change the song, and then keep showering. She had a very old door on the bathroom where there was actually a key on the inside of the door that if you wanted to, you could actually lock the door and then take the key out, and the only way to open it again, even from the inside, is with that key. So she's taking her shower, she's listening to music, and at some point she wants to change the song. And so she pulls the shower curtain back just enough to reach her hand out to touch next on her phone when she stops. The phone was reflecting something in the middle of her bathroom, and it was a dark figure standing in her bathroom, shoulders squared up to the actual shower. So someone is standing in the middle of her bathroom facing her right now. I don't know how she did this, but she stayed composed. She retracted her hand, turned the water all the way to skull.
What the fuck is going on, Ballen, in the background?
Because I'm like, look.
Did you hear that? I was like, bro,
My
my
hair
hair
is stuff. I thought so. I'm like, I'm a little crazy, right? They're crazy.
I'm like,
my
bro.
goodness.
I'm like, what the fuck is...
Oh, no.
Ballen, what the hell you doing,
I'm
bro?
like, hold on now.
Doing too much, man.
Someone is standing in the middle of her bathroom facing her right now. I don't know how she did this, but she stayed composed. She retracted her hand, turned the water all the way to scalding hot. She took the shower head out, and once the water was so hot there was steam all over the bathroom, in one fell swoop, she ripped open the curtain and sprayed the water directly on the face of the person standing right there next to her. She runs past this person who's now clutching their face and screaming in pain. She grabs the key on her door on the inside, locks it, takes the key out, runs out of her bathroom, slams it behind her, locking the intruder in the bathroom. The girl runs into her kitchen to get her butcher knife. She had one nice knife, but when she went into the kitchen, her one butcher knife, she couldn't find it. She ditches the idea of getting a knife and instead grabs a towel and runs out of her apartment.
Okay.
She makes it outside. She calls the police. The police show up. The girl gives them the key to the bathroom. They go into her apartment and they unlock the bathroom and they pull this person out. It was this crazy lady who used to live at this apartment, and she had apparently made copies of the keys and had been sneaking in whenever this girl wasn't there, or at night she would sneak into her apartment and she would sleep there on the couch and then leave before the girl woke up. So as the police bring this woman away, one of the officers breaks off and goes over to the girl who owns the apartment, and he holds up an evidence bag, and it's the girl's butcher's knife. The woman had taken it from the kitchen and was standing in the bathroom waiting for her to get out of the shower. And the officer just says, looks like she wanted her apartment back.
That is so fucked up, bro. In the shower?
In the shower.
Because I was like, how the hell did she get in the motherfucking bathroom? She had a key. That's so fucked up, bro. And that's the reason why I be questioning, like, when you be moving apartment, even buying homes. Like, these people, like, you really don't know who lived there before. Sometimes I be thinking, like, whenever we do buy a home, I want to meet the motherfuckers who are living here. I just want to see, like, hey, are y'all sane? Are y'all okay, people? I ain't got to worry about y'all trying to come back.
You ain't going to really know that.
That's the reason why sometimes I be like, damn, I want to really buy a new bill, bro. I want somebody previously
Not nobody else
stayed
right
in.
here, so you don't be trying to come back.
But these new bills, bro. I'm
couple
just saying,
months later, talking about I want my back.
nah, bro. Like, you know how sick people are in life for real.
Yeah.
People really like. Did you watch me take a shot? How many times have you probably watched me?
How many times?
this ain't the first time. This just the time you got caught. And good thing she saw the reflection.
Facts.
And good thing she thought about
quick thinking.
And lucky she had the shower head where
so
she ain't had the mug.
that.
She ain't had a mug that was just up there. Lucky she had the one you could pull.
And
Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because if she didn't, how do you get it? How do you get out of that?
That's scary.
Because she had senile ass hoe.
In 1981, a 9-year-old boy discovered that if he was really quiet, he could sneak out of his bedroom at night, go down into the kitchen, and eat as much junk food as he wanted. One night in the summer that year, his family went out for this huge...
Why you look at me like that for?
Yeah.
You thinking about my nephew?
I said, yeah, it sound like,
Discovered that if he was really quiet, he could sneak out of his bedroom at night, go down into the kitchen, and eat as much junk food as he wanted. One night in the summer that year, his family went out for this huge dinner at this amazing restaurant, and when they came back, they had all these leftovers. And the boy really wanted to eat the remainder of the sweet and sour pork. He was really excited about it. So everyone goes to bed, and he's really deliberate. He starts sneaking down the stairs, being ultra careful. He gets to the end of the stairs, hasn't made a sound. And that's when he freezes because he hears what sounds like a fork making a little clinking sound against the counter. And he thinks, my parents have got to be in there. And if they see me, I'm going to be totally busted. So I don't want them to see me. And so he begins to turn his head around the corner because he was obscured by the wall. And he pokes his head just far enough in to where he can see into the kitchen. And standing in the middle of the kitchen is this skinny man that he's never seen before, drinking milk directly from the carton with the fridge wide open. The kid holds back a scream, sneaks back up the stairs. When he finally gets upstairs, he runs into his parents' room and he tells them what's going on. The father runs downstairs, ready to confront whoever's there. There's no one there. There's not even a sign that anyone was there. So they look everywhere and they can't find anything. And so the parents don't believe him. And everybody goes back to bed, and that's that. The boy was very confident at what he saw. Although he did feel like, I guess I could have imagined it, but he started paying really close attention to everything in his house. In the mornings, he would go downstairs before everybody else, and he would see if there was any sign of someone having been in the kitchen. He noticed at one point that the napkin holder had been moved to the wrong side of the counter. He also noticed one time there was a mug that was in the sink that no one had used the night before. And so he's thinking that someone is sneaking in.
Yeah, I heard it. It's a dog.
But I'm saying, is it in here or
No,
outside?
it's actually outside.
Oh, okay. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what the hell Mr. Ballen got going on.
In the sink that no one had used the night before. And so he's thinking that someone is sneaking into our house. I don't know how. I don't know where.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going crazy. I feel like a lunatic right now. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I knew it was his.
I was like, I hear it, but I was like, okay, it's in here.
All right, we finna really see this. Are y'all hearing the bargain too, bro? Oh, no, we ain't going crazy.
He also noticed one time there was a mug that was in the sink that no one had used the night before. And so he's thinking that someone is sneaking into our house. I don't know how, I don't know where, but I'm confident that it's still happening. But his parents didn't believe him. 3 months after the boy has seen this person in his kitchen, he's in his bedroom, he's just laying there, and he's looking up at the vent on his ceiling, an air conditioning vent. And as he's looking at it, he sees a pair of eyes go over the vent looking down at him. And they blink, and he can tell it's eyes looking at him. It takes him a second to process it, but he freaks. Runs out of his room, runs to his parents' room, and he can barely talk. He's like, there's someone in the vent. The parents run into his room, they check crawl spaces, the attic, they're shining a light into the vent. They can't find anything. And so once again, it turns into, you're making this up, you have an overactive imagination, there's nothing going on in this house. But a week goes by, and their house started to smell really bad. And the majority of the stink was coming from that vent in the boy's room. And even worse, there were maggots falling out of that vent.
Oh my gosh.
So they got the air conditioning people over to have a look, and they were totally confident that what they were going to find is a dead animal up inside the vent. But that's not what they find. They find a dead man who had been living in their ceiling. There was literally a cot that had been set up inside of their ceiling. There were drawings of this boy taken from the perspective of looking down at him through the vent. Someone had been living in their ceiling over the boy's bed for months and then died up there. The man was never identified and was buried at John Doe. And I'm sure the parents felt really bad about not believing their son.
Oh my gosh.
What if the reason why he died is because he got trapped in something that night y'all was looking for him, and he couldn't move. So over time, he died. You get what I'm saying? I don't know, cause.
But we know that he's been living up there, though.
I'm saying when the boy saw him looking down at him, he gets up and he runs to the parents, right?
And he
the parents was trying to find him, confront him, and what I'm saying is a possibility he moved to a location
where he got trapped,
where he got stuck.
Got
stuck and trapped because he was trying to avoid y'all.
And not make so much noise so y'all can hear him. So who knows?
And he got stuck in that position.
Yeah, because I would like to know, like, the cause of death. Like, how did he die? Like, besides him, you know. Because
that's the only other... That is crazy.
Honey, I would have...
And how long has he probably been up there?
Or in the house, or up there?
I'm saying up there in the vents in the house. How long has he been? Yeah. Because
we know
3 months.
Well, we know you're right. We know at least 3 months.
Yeah, at least 3 months as far as the board noticing. But how long, you know what I'm saying, that y'all haven't noticed he was? Because whatever he was doing, why y'all didn't check the milk that night? The boy said, "Hey, a man was just down here drinking the milk."
What did he tell his parents that?
He probably did.
I mean, well, I guess he did.
He wouldn't have told them, "Hey, I just saw."
Well, they had said that it didn't look like no one had even been there. There was no signs.
They probably didn't check the milk though.
Yeah, I feel you.
You better do like my sister. She got cameras all over the house. My nephew did this. She caught him sneaking the candy.
Late at night, getting snacks.
Hiding it in the trash.
Hiding the wrappers down in the trash.
Hey,
that's smart though.
He's smart though, but his mama got too many steps ahead of you. She got a camera pointing in multiple directions. Boy, you got and they night vision. Bro, I said, hell no, I could not be your child, bro. Could not do nothing in the house.
Do nothing. Just imagine.
Bro, she got so many angles outside and inside the house. That is crazy, bro. Act like she live in a mansion. She live in a normal house, bro. You like, bro, but
crazy.
But this is a crazy situation. It's a situation that can happen to anyone.
Oh my God.
And the Vincent.
And that's terrifying for that little boy to like. I know what I'm seeing. Like I'm noticing things, but that's the thing. Like I remember telling my mama stuff, and my mama didn't ever believe me because I had such an imagination. So it's kind of like now I'm in my big age, and I'm like, was that real, or what? Did I make that up? Who knows?
It's true.
Anyway.
True.
In 2013, a young woman was living alone in an apartment and she was on the phone with her boyfriend. As she's chatting with her boyfriend, she decides to go get her mail. She walks into the main hall to this area where all the mail slots are on the wall. She's chatting, she opens up her slot, she gets her mail, shuts her slot, and then she walks back down the hall to her apartment, opens the door, goes back in, and she goes to her bedroom. And she's sitting on her bed, feet on the floor, and she's got her phone, and she kind of tucks it against her shoulder, and she's rifling through her mail. And as she's flipping through her mail, the phone drops. And the way that it lands is it kind of bounces backwards underneath the bed. She puts her mail in the bed, and she gets down on her chest to extend her arm out to get her phone that's now well under the bed. And as soon as she starts looking for the phone, she freezes and she stifles a scream. There's a man in the fetal position tucked against the far side underneath the bed, not looking at her. The girl stays composed. She gets her phone. She goes, "Hey, I'm going to take a quick shower. Let me call you right back." With her phone in hand, she walks right out, goes into her bathroom, which is right next door, shuts it, locks it, turns on the shower, opens her window, and jumps out. She was on the first floor. Goes right across the street and hides behind a car, and she calls the police. Okay. The police show up, they go inside, and they bring out this crazy, deranged-looking man. As they're taking him away in handcuffs, one of the officers comes over to her, and he says to her, "You're very lucky you did what you did, because we found him in your apartment standing outside of the bathroom holding a knife. He was waiting for you." The girl believes that when she went to get her mail, she was distracted because she was talking to her boyfriend and she must not have shut her apartment door, at which point this guy must have snuck in and gotten under her bed. The man was committed to a mental institution and the girl's boyfriend moved in with her the next day. So I hope you enjoyed today's stories. If you haven't already, please gently give the like button a hug because it needs a break. It's been through a lot on my channel. Also,
that was literally straight to the point, bro. Like, dang, you ain't give us no build up behind that.
Just imagine, like,
Which story is the craziest though? Well, let's elaborate on this real quick. But and that 9 times out of 10, that is how that guy got in there though.
Yeah, because she on the phone.
She on the phone. She probably thinking, I'm finna just run to the mailbox real quick, and this man probably possibly a stalker, possibly a nearby neighbor, or possibly just somebody who saw opportunity and was like, oh, you never know what he possibly have done previously before.
Yeah, that's true.
But y'all ain't got him. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Because think about the dude in Florida that Scream named after. He was out there living in the woods and just seeking opportunities. And boom, boom, boom. But you never know what was his motive behind that to lead him up into that he just said, hey, this opportunity. Because some people lurk for just seeing an opportunity to see an easy victim. Right. To be like, okay, I can get her. Why you didn't get her while she was in the bedroom? Or when you weren't ready? Because you was on the feet. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it was like, oh my gosh, like
I can't be in control.
Like I need her more off guard, and in that sense, like you don't know if she could see you. Good thing her phone dropped, so that she could be able to see you under the bed because she would have still been on the phone, guard down.
Now, where you get this fucking knife from?
Probably already had it.
That's what I'm saying.
Who knows? Honestly, who knows? That's scary.
That's all these. But which situation probably was the worst?
Did you write good enough notes for me to?
So I got the first one is the girl, teenage girl, the boy Snapchat situation. He Snapchatted her and told her, you know what I'm saying, look out your window. He broke in through the window, which could have led to a deadly situation where, you know what I'm saying, y'all went to sleep. This man slept under your daughter's bed the whole night, or did he get from under there or something?
And watch y'all while y'all was sleeping or something. You know what I'm saying?
Situation, scary situation. The other one, the couple in Seattle, the meth head that went up. She could have, luckily y'all heard her underneath the bed trying to dig up because she was able to get underneath. She could have stabbed one and poked the other one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Could have been a deadly situation.
Go ahead. Next.
The other one, the girl's in the shower. Okay. The crazy lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The crazy lady could have, and she sprayed her with the hot water. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But the crazy lady was out there with a knife. Okay. If you ain't try to reach and change the thing, the woman could have. She was gonna take over.
Okay, I got it. I remember the other two.
And that was the man in the vet.
Yeah, I remember the last two.
Doodling y'all's son.
Right.
So he's been
watching.
Can
I say all of them because all of them are traumatizing.
It's one of the most craziest one you would never want to.
Honestly, probably the shower and the last one. And the only reason I say that is because the first one with that situation, I didn't really like have enough. I feel like if he really was wanted to do something, he would have. The one with the Seattle one, I don't. Fetish. With that one, she's super high. That was scary too. But the good thing was like you went alone, like like cause some of these I'm by myself. The first one. I'm not by myself. The second one, I'm not by myself. The shower one, I'm by myself. With the little boy, that's traumatizing.
That's the one that's the scariest one for me.
It's scary.
Reason why? Because he was for 3 months.
But that's what I'm saying.
And he was more targeting the boy. So at any point he could have got out of there. He could have kidnapped the boy. He could have did something to the boy. He could have killed the son. Because y'all wasn't believing it. So he hearing that the boy's coming and telling y'all stuff, and he knows that y'all ain't even believing.
Honestly, I can't pick one. Like, which one is the most? All of them are. Yes. Like, if I was in that situation, it's terrifying. Like, I can't pick one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, the first one, yeah.
The first one's the lightest one, though, because it was just another teenage boy who's cuckoo, but we have seen situations.
I'm not holding it lightly,
because it could have been way worse.
In my house, you don't even know me. You don't know. You only know me from Snapchat. She didn't really know him like that. Yeah, that's scary. Yeah. He grew an obsession for her like that. No, that's not light. None of these are light. So I hate that I can't pick one.
The lightest one is that one in the meth head. The lightest one.
She got a knife and a needle. I don't know what her plan was, but I ain't trying to find out.
I ain't gonna lie, you can't hit me with neither one.
Don't you hit me with nothing.
Nah, cause I'm finna say
you can hit me with that needle.
No, that knife, because that needle can have any kind of you know.
Child, you better not hit me with nothing.
But that knife might have some shit on it too.
What you said?
Some rust or anything. I don't know what you doing with that. You might be chopping up your dough, sniffing it with that bitch.
But definitely the shower with the older lady, because what was you gonna do with that knife when I got out the shower? And then with the little boy, that's like you said, that's very traumatizing for what was he
and
like?
how long? I can't remember how long she been going in and out your house.
I don't know.
And even if you was because she said she had made copies of the key. How long has she been away from this apartment?
Fact.
And how long have you been there? Were you the only person she went in on?
Yeah.
Or has any other individuals been there before you and possibly they have, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah, y'all need to change every lock every time somebody move out.
And then also the one with the man getting stuck in a vent or whatever. That's traumatizing itself, because not only were you in my vent, but you died up there. Now I gotta make a decision. Am I gonna stay in this house? Because that's traumatizing. Yeah. Like now, like come on now. And then the last one. The last one. That's scary too, because
that's some serial killer type shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. All of them crazy.
Yeah. Hey man, make sure y'all spam us up. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts. Let us know which one's the most bizarre to you. Which one may have been similar to a situation that you might have experienced. Y'all let us know that information in the comments down below, man. But as always, I do go by the name DJ Kid. This is
See you on the post.
We are.
Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar, 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 dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar, 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 dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my